Ladies and gentlemen, The Acolyte concluded last week, much to the satisfaction of everyone. But like a bad rash, aspects of it just won't go away. In this case, the actor that I affectionately called Discount Ezra Miller throughout the entire season has something to say.
Talk to you soon, okay? Bye!
And it has to do with his experiences working on the set of Top Gun Maverick. Yes, he was in Top Gun Maverick. I'm just as surprised as you are. Let's discuss.
I watch so you don't have to.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
So the Acolyte star Manny Jacinto says, quote, "It wasn't shocking when all of his dialogue was cut from Top Gun Maverick, despite the months that he spent in flight training," saying, quote, "There was a sense of where the film was going on set. Like I can see them focusing the camera more on these other guys and not taking so much time on our scenes. It kind of fuels you because at the end of the day, Tom Cruise is writing stories for Tom Cruise. It's up to us as Asian Americans, people of color, to be that for ourselves. We can't wait for somebody else to do it. If we want bigger stories out there, we have to make them for ourselves."
Help me help you.
Okay, so this is sure to be one of those quotes that stokes the culture war fires one way or another. And if I'm being honest, I understand 100% what he is saying, but the way that he is saying it leaves something to be desired. I understand how difficult it is for any actor of any race, gender, or otherwise to break into this business, and how hard it is for them to get a chance to truly showcase their abilities. This is something that I would venture to say most young actors experience from time to time when it comes to them trying to realize their dream. And at the end of the day, I would think if you are in this position, you would take every experience you can get on a set as a learning experience.
That makes sense.
Just like anything else, if it's not what you expected, try to make the best of it. Learn from it and come back stronger the next time. And I do think that that is Manny's general message here. I have no issue, obviously, with someone being ambitious and wanting to one day get to that Tom Cruise superstar level, when you can quite literally pick and choose or tailor-make roles for yourself. I think that every actor should be striving to achieve that. Otherwise, what are you even doing? That's not to say that you can't still challenge yourself from time to time. I think when you go to work on a film like Top Gun Maverick, you have to have an understanding that you are not the star, and that the focus on you and your character will most likely be limited, especially if you have yet to establish yourself as a credible name like Manny in this situation.
Who in the blue hell are you?
The problem for me in what he said is that by him mentioning his part getting cut in the same breath with him being a minority and needing to create opportunities for himself, it kind of does make it sound like you are at least insinuating that your part was cut because of your ethnicity. Now that may not have been his intention, but it is easy to see how someone can interpret it that way. Here's what I know. Cutting parts in films is kind of a common thing in Hollywood. For perspective, Tim Roth's character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was completely removed from the film after he filmed it. He is a veteran actor and frequent collaborator of Tarantino, and yet still, he experienced a similar fate. You just get a sense that it's one of those things that happens from time to time on set or in the editing room, and that you shouldn't necessarily take it personal. Sometimes it's just a creative decision.
We're gonna know.
I mean, use it to fuel you, sure. But in this situation, it sounds like Manny is being a little bit bitter, and that I do not understand. Listen, he's a young guy, and I'm sure he still has a lot to learn. I'm sure he's still developing as an actor and as a professional. But this very much does feel like one of those moments where he should feel fortunate that he was even put in a position to be on that set in the first place. This feels like an extra complaining because he didn't get enough screen time. I think a lot of times the younger generations have this built-in sense of entitlement, and they feel like they are owed something.
S-O-F-capital-T, soft, huh?
But if you look at history, and how guys like Denzel Washington, for instance, didn't start out as a leading man. He put in the work, he got better at his craft, and now he is regarded as one of the best actors of a generation. He made his own way, and he did so mostly through collaboration with other established names. I think too often some people like to place themselves in a box, and it instantly puts them at a disadvantage when it comes to achieving their goals. Sometimes it's better to just keep moving forward and not look for someone to blame. Typical tone-deaf and racist response. I think that Manny is a brilliant actor, and I'm proud of him for speaking up. The Acolyte was a great show, and any problems that people see with it just highlight their racism, sexism, and homophobia.
What the hell is Darth Zippermouth even talking about? This guy thinks he's worthy of taking screen time away from Tom motherfucking Cruise? He got screen time in The Acolyte, and he still the bed. The only thing that people will remember him for is him flashing his Sith dong at a sexually frustrated lesbian witch offspring. Remember, grifting ain't easy, but somebody's gotta do it.
Y'all be cool. Nah.